The eco data dropping right now. So retail sales, if you back out autos and you back out gas, coming up just 0.3%. So month on month, it's sequentially the same and a little bit lower than estimated. The retail sales control group, though, coming in stronger, up by 0.4%. And overall retail sales coming up by about 0.6%. It feels relatively close to what we were expecting. We were expecting tax cuts to start filtering through to the consumer and for retail sales to move higher. Of course, we had 3 months of declines in retail sales, which was the longest since 2013. The question becomes, though, how sustainable is any kind of boost to retail sales? So overall retail sales for March coming in 0.6%, stronger than estimated. But if you back out autos, you back out gasoline, the increase was a little bit lighter than estimates, up by 0.3%. David, interesting. I guess my mother didn't spend as much as we thought.
Well, but they sold a lot of cars, and gas is more expensive. I think it's what that says, basically. And we saw that, actually, in the auto sales numbers. Remember, they came in a lot higher than we thought they were going to be. So basically, it's auto sales and more expensive gas, I think.
So gas and auto sales. Some of the weaker categories were building material stores, sporting goods, and apparel was down by about 0.8%. And music stores, apparently, books and music stores were down by about 1.8%. All right, now let's be joined. We're going to be bringing in and talking to Michael Gapen, Barclays chief U.S. economist, and Walter Todd of Greenmount Capital still with us. Michael, does this sort of slough off the last 3 months of bad retail sales?
I think it does. You mentioned, you hit on all the right points. I think one of the factors really restraining retail sales in the last several months was autos. We were coming off those post-hurricane highs. March auto sales data were quite strong. I do think you are starting to see the effects of the tax cuts. Federal personal income tax receipts fell pretty sharply in February, which would suggest after-tax income is rising. Some of that should be filtering through into consumption over the rest of the year. It was interesting that you mentioned the weakness in building supplies. That's building supply stores. That's consistent with some mixed activity data in the housing front over the first quarter. But we would expect some better spending from households going forward, and this March print will give us a better takeoff point for private consumption growth in the second quarter.
Michael, why aren't we seeing more of an increase in retail sales, given the fact that we think that wages are going up?
I think mainly it's, at least right now, I would say it's the lag that's going to take a while for tax cuts to filter through. Our models will tell you after-tax income could go up right away when you cut taxes, but it takes households many quarters actually to gradually improve their rate of spending. So I think it's just a lag. It will be coming, but it will be more of a second half of this year effect.